I guess I should have cleaned up a little bit first before going live, but that's alright. I'll just tidy up real quick. Get some of this gunk out of here. I got it out. Ooh. Let's see. These craws. We got some. We got a bunch of lures. Holy smokes. Dang, man, look at all this. I gotta bag up all this stuff. I got a bunch of swim baits, some craws, all this stuff, and all that. So we got a lot of work to do. So let's we'll get started, I guess. Here we go. I got a bunch of lures already packaged up. I'm going to my very first market days, and want to make sure that I got a bunch of lures packaged up, ready to go. So I got some here. Let's put some light all up in here. Sweet. So I got a long list of different types of lures that I got to make. Hopefully, this being my first market days that I'm going to, I'll do pretty good. What's up, everybody? Packaging up all these lures today. Got a bit of work to do. Next Saturday, I have a market days that I'm going to. Going to be selling a bunch of my lures. What's up, Movie Shorts? What's up, Caleb? Christian? I'm packaging up all these baits here. These are some baits that I've been pouring up over the last couple days. So now I'm packaging them up because next Saturday I'm going to market days and selling these lures. Dang. The tough part about these craws, man, is that the little claws don't want to cooperate all the time. Dang, dude. Appreciate the like. But there we go. Some watermelon craws all packaged up. I got all of this stuff, man. I got flukes, swim baits, ribbon tails, some gobies, and then some topwater baits that I got to package up. So these, man, I really like these. These came out great. These little, these flukes. It's a chartreuse in the blue. I think that would catch some good smallmouth like that. But those of you guys that aren't subscribed, I try to post probably 3 to 4 times a week on making different bass fishing lures, different color combinations, fishing with those lures that I make. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, subscribe. I do monthly giveaways. I'm actually dropping a giveaway tomorrow. So if you're interested in winning something like this for free, I would appreciate it. Jennifer, if you donated $100, I would keep packaging up these baits. But if you want to spend $100 to buy some of these, I would very much appreciate that. These are some new swim bait trailers, swim jig trailers. 4.75 inches. It's a big lure, big trailer, and it's got a pretty big tail on it. Come on now. It's got a big tail on it, so it's really good for kind of dirtier water because it's going to cause a big commotion in the water column and really attract those bass to it. So bagging up these lures. But let me know. You know, I have some fun colors that I play around with from time to time. But let me know what color I should make next. Leave any color requests in the comments. I've got some electric chicken that I gotta make next week. Some pink and kind of chartreuse that I'll be making up next week. But past that, just leave me a comment of what color combo I should make next. Go. And we got tons of these swim baits that I gotta pour, or not pour, but package up. So we're just knocking that all out today. What's up, what's up? Pouring up some lures, packaging up some lures today. Next week I'm going to market days here in town, selling some of these lures, so trying to be prepared for next week. Got some smoke shad trailers here. Great natural bait. Perfectly mimics shad. Look at that. Just putting in some work, getting these all packaged up. I got swim baits I gotta package up, ribbon tails, flukes, and then some brand new lures that I just poured up a couple days ago. Some smallmouth gobies that I got sitting over here. And then these are actually really cool. Check this out. It's a top water, it's a soft plastic. What's up, Zach? It's a soft plastic top water bait. So it kind of mimics one of those top water poppers because it's got that little mouth right there. So as you twitch it in the water column, it causes a little splash in the top of the water column there. And it's kind of hard to tell. Let's see if it'll pick it up. It's got a little hook slot there on the top. So it's a really good weedless presentation to a traditional topwater popper. What's up, Zach F? Giving you a shout out. What's up, man? Thanks for joining the live. Just packaging up some lures here, man. Thanks everybody that just hopped on. Hey, I want to let you guys know I'm about to drop another giveaway tomorrow, so you'll have your chance to win some free fishing lures tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed yet, what's up, Alan? OKC representing. Doing another giveaway tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe. I give you all about a week to subscribe, like, and comment on the giveaway post before I pick some winners. I think I'm picking 3 winners this time. I can't remember. Either 3 or 4 winners for our giveaway. So if you want to have your chance to win, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I know Alan has. Alan posts on all my content. I really appreciate it, man. And we're just bagging these up. Green pumpkin trailers. Man, you can never go wrong with green pumpkin. Boom, just like that. For those of you that are just hopped on, dude, check out these. This is a brand new lure that I got. Poured it in some green pumpkin. It's a 6-inch jerk shad. Look at that. So compare that to your traditional 5-inch fluke. That's the size difference right there. Another inch longer, and then it's about twice as thick. Boom. That is a massive freaking lure. It's got a hook slot on the bottom so you can rig it a little bit easier. But we'll bag those up in a little bit. I got to put some eyes on those ones. So I have some new eyes to put eyes on the lures, and then I'll probably bag them up tomorrow. But big lures equals big bass. So I'm excited to throw some of those around and see what happens. Man, these swim baits have this massive tail on here that's supposed to get a bunch of kick in the water column. But I gotta say, when you're bagging them up, it's a little bit tough trying to get it to lay straight in the bag. There we go. See, like that. It just wants to kick already. Haven't even thrown it in the water and it wants to do some kicking. There we go. Finally, another bag done. We are just knocking out these green pumpkin swim baits, and then I got some smoke shad I got to bag up, and then this cool little laminate. I had a custom order. Had a guy want a green pumpkin and a watermelon laminate. I made some stick baits for him, and then I had some leftovers, so I made some swim baits. But these actually came out pretty good. So I like how that came out. So made some extras and some swim baits. And we're just spending the next hour or so packaging up all these dang lures, man. Excited. Man, I went to a bass tournament, set up a little table at a bass tournament probably 2 months ago, and had a lot of fun out there. It was one of the Texas Bass Holes tournament, set up a little booth there, and had a lot of fun talking to some people. And finally was able to get a table at this market days in my town close to me. And so we're going there next Saturday, taking all these lures, and we're hoping for the best out there. 3 and 3, sweet. Thanks everybody that just hopped on. Bagging up a bunch of lures today. I got 3 full trays that I got to package up today and tomorrow. That way I can do some more pouring. I'm looking for new color combinations to try out. So if you got any cool color combinations, drop a comment. Let me know what color I should make next. Boom. Smoke shed, swim baits. Having a little fun here. Trying to get them to lay straight in the bags there. There we go. If you want a shout out, drop a comment. Let me know what's up. Alan dropped a comment from OKC. Zach dropped a comment for a shout out. Just let me know. Packaging up some of these swim baits. And then I got a bunch of flukes over here that I got to bag up as well. I'll tell you what, dude, I picked up some bags to package up these massive 10-inch ribbon tails, and I hate packaging them up. Just trying to get all of them to lay flat in the bag is a pain, but it is okay. Those green pumpkin top, watermelon belly. Man, those come out good. It's kind of funny when you go live, you're kind of just talking to yourself. But what's up? Yeah, Alan, dude, green pumpkin all the way. I think I don't know what it is about green pumpkin that bass just cannot resist. I've never understood it. Like, I guess it does a good job of representing bluegill and other kind of perch and stuff, but for whatever reason, green pumpkin is the absolute best. For the longest time, I would fish with nothing but green pumpkin. Because to me, nothing else would work. It didn't make sense. Like, watermelon didn't make sense. Like that Carolina pumpkin, that's kind of like a light brown. Oh yeah. I caught my brother and I went fishing and we weren't catching anything. It was just a little neighborhood pond. We weren't catching anything. And so finally I switched to a black and blue. Man, I can't remember what it was. It might have been June bug, but it was one of those darker colors because it was starting to get late at night. And finally caught a bass using a dark lure. I can't remember if it was June bug or a black and blue for that dark water condition, but now I'm tossing in some flukes. These white flukes do a good job. I've heard some people say use white in lower light conditions. I don't know if they mean like later in the evening or if they mean like if there's low visibility, but either way it represents shad pretty well and just does a good job catching fish. I'm gonna toss these flukes in here. You know, for the longest time, any like shad pattern, I could not catch a single fish on them. And it wasn't until, I don't know, man, probably 3 or 4 months ago, I decided to try a fluke because I had never caught anything on a fluke. And for whatever reason, just couldn't catch them on a fluke. And so I kept trying with flukes and trying with flukes and trying with flukes. And finally, just one day, it clicked. And I think I caught 11 bass in one day on just a straight white. It was a little bit different than a fluke, but it was essentially a fluke kind of shad lure. And man, like ever since then, I understand why they talk about using white, why they say use shad patterns. Because dude, you get those bass when they're hungry, and you toss that white fluke or that smoke shad fluke at them, and they will hammer it. Actually just caught my PB about a month ago on a smoke shad fluke. One of these ones that I made myself, you know, and I just tossed it in this little spot. The bass were hungry for it, and they absolutely smoked it. So that was a good day for me. So this tray is almost done. So we'll actually do this. Create a little bit more space. I got a bunch of flukes I gotta bag up. There's even more flukes under here. Some Morning Dawn and some, maybe that will be part of it. I need help naming these lures. Because this one right here is a purple top and then like a watermelon green pumpkin belly. Alan, I'm using I don't know. The name kind of wiped off. It's worm oil from Lurecraft. It helps preserve the baits a little bit, and it makes them a little bit easier to bag up as well. So it's just some worm oil. Kind of helps lubricate the baits so they can lay flat in there. Thanks to everybody that just hopped on. I'm bagging up all these lures for a market days that I'm going to next week. So I got a lot of work to do, so thought I'd go live, chatting with Zach, chatting with Alan, using some worm oil to lubricate these flukes. And we're packaging them up. These right here is a smoke shad fluke. Just a nice kind of clear white belly, and then a smoke top with some white and silver flake in there. Appreciate it, Alan. Keep it this drama for me, please. Boom. Another pack done. Oh my gosh, dude. I have so many flukes that I gotta bag up. It's a good problem to have, I guess. All these can be found on my website if y'all are interested in picking up some flukes. About to bag up some of these Morning Dawn flukes here in a second. Check out the link in my bio. It'll take you to my website. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook at Last Cast Lures, SATX. We're based in San Antonio. We do monthly giveaways. I'm about to drop a video tomorrow, actually, about our next giveaway. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed so you can see that video tomorrow, so you can enter and hopefully win some of these free lures. What do you think? Should I give away some of these flukes? Maybe a white pack, maybe a smoke shad pack. That's a good looking fluke right there. Alan says, heck yeah. All right, dude, I'll do a... What do you think, man? Should I give away some smoke shad flukes or some of these white ones? I'm thinking these smoke shad... Actually, check this out. This is something I put together a little while ago. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's got a little bit of blue flake in the top and a little bit of blue highlight powder as well, because it just mimics some of those blueback herring just a little bit better. So I know kind of depending on where people live, they have different types of shad. So smoke shad is good for just kind of mimicking overall shad. And then if you want to be a little bit more specific, I've made them with a blueback, like that blueback herring. And then I've done greenback. I guess you could do whatever you wanted, really, but the blueback herring one is my favorite. Now I got these massive 6-inch baits. I gotta put the eyes on them first before I can package them up. So I have to put them off to the side. Green pumpkin, white, and smoke shad. So we'll package up these. These remind me of the Joker, because they're purple and green. I don't know why. It just reminds me of the Joker. But this is a really good color as well, because sometimes if you're trying to mimic like a bluegill, but you don't have as much light, kind of around right as the sun is starting to go down, using something like this with a little bit of purple in there is just going to help give the bass something to key in on as you're fishing it. And then it's just going to help mimic a bluegill kind of a little bit later in the evening. Fishical. And that's just going to help you get bit on these. Thanks to everybody that just on working on packaging up some of these flukes. Poured up some brand new lures the other day. I got 3 new molds, and I actually have another mold coming in the mail. It just shipped today. I don't know if I should say what it is or just keep y'all in suspense, but excited for this new open pour that I just picked up, because hopefully I can make some really cool stuff with that. But man, I cannot believe that we're almost done with October. I couldn't believe when we were almost done with September. I couldn't believe when we were almost done with August. I couldn't believe when we were almost done with July either. I'm actually a teacher in my full-time. Just kind of picked this up as a side hobby. So definitely end of July was a rough one for me, having to get back to work with the students there, but pays off. I have a couple kids that are actually fishers that like to fish, so I gave one some frogs. Yeah, dude, this year has absolutely flown by. I don't know how. Man, time does not slow down. What's up, JNX? Appreciate it. W Lures. These ones right here that I'm packaging up. Dude, that's what's up, man. Hey, if you have a picture of that bass, I want to see it, JNX. Dude, send that picture to me on Instagram or Facebook, dude. Let me know, because I would love to see 6 pound on the Lucky Dice. Let's freaking go, man. Dude, I'm happy you caught him. What color Lucky Dice did you catch it on? So the first time I tied on the Lucky Dice, for the people that don't know, these are our Lucky Dice right here. They're those little cube baits. It's a little finesse rig. You just throw it on a drop shot hook and toss it out there. And the very first time I cast, I threw it right in front of a little grass mat where I knew a bass was sitting, and that bass smoked it. It was probably only like a 3 pounders. I was pond fishing, but man, this bass absolutely smoked my Lucky Dice lure. But I was using a a weightless finesse hook. And so when I went to set the hook on the bass, instead of the hook piercing the bass, kind of got caught up on the little finesse part, or the weed guard, right? Because there's the hook and then there's the weed guard. And when the weed guard pushed down, it didn't let me catch. It didn't let me hook the bass. So the bass was able to spit the hook. So kind of unfortunate. That was the first time I fished with that lure, but dude, it's an awesome lure. When nothing seems to be biting, toss on one of those Lucky Dice and they will absolutely smoke it. Almost done with these flukes. Finally. Oh, dude, the Pearl Magic. Dude, the Pearl Magic does a great job of mimicking shad. Yeah, dude, those Pearl Magic ones are good. That one and the Bubblegum Pink are by far my favorite Lucky Dice to throw. What time is adoration? 7 to 8? In a little bit. And then here, well, yeah, let's see. This is a little goby lure that I picked up. This one is good for smallmouth lures, or I guess smallmouth bass. So just a little 3-inch goby. You rig it with a little jig head. I guess you could hover rig it as well if you really wanted to. This one's just green pumpkin, but then I also poured some of these ones up. I've got to trim them up, kind of poured them a little bad, but this is a green pumpkin top with a chartreuse belly, because with smallmouth like a little bit of color. So sometimes chartreuse, sometimes pink, sometimes a little bit of blue to them. So working with some different color combinations on this goby. But yeah, just have these little 6-pack of gobies. These are going to be on our website soon. I don't have them up there just yet, but I'll have them up there soon. It's going to be a 6-pack of these 3-inch gobies. And because it's only like they'll probably be like it might be $5, I don't know, but they'll probably be between $4 to $5 for a 6-pack of these gobies. So if you do a lot of smallmouth fishing, make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't. Gold flake, pink, and green worm. Dude, you missed it because earlier I was asking for color recommendations. I think that is a freaking cool idea. Green flake, pink, and green. I think that would work, dude. I think the pink and the green is going to give you a good contrast. If you do that like in a stick bait, and then you could even you could cut it in half and make like Ned baits out of them essentially. But then that gold flake too, man, that would look good. I'll have to try that one next, JNX. Gold flake, green, and pink. Appreciate it, Alan. I try my best, dude. I love trying different colors. I'm going to show you something. So this is a I was just messing around with some other colors, but this right here, dude, it's like a red bug on the top, and then it's a chartreuse on the belly. And I think that would just look killer. And then in through the tail, the colors kind of blend perfectly. And this is like a freaking killer bait right here. But then I also poured it in a stick bait like that. Same thing. And then these are some other stick baits that I poured up. I made these for my brother-in-law because he does a lot of smallmouth fishing. And so, he was talking about maybe cutting it in half. You could even wacky rig it, but cutting it in half and then fish it like a Ned rig, because the smallmouth bass are going to smack that. Smack that. Smack that. I'm probably going to finish up packaging up these topwater lures, and then I might have to call it a day there because I got to trim up some of the overpour on these other gobies that I made. And then actually, man, I'll try to pop some eyes on these 6-inch jerk shads so you can see what they're going to look like. And then I'll probably finish those up tomorrow. But, dude, the crazy part about Ned rigs, I have never caught a fish on a Ned rig. And I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because I know they work. I went fishing with my dad, and he catches them all the time on Ned rigs when we're fishing. But for whatever reason, I can never get a bite, and it frustrates me. If you have a secret, dude, JNX, if you have a secret to catching bass on a Ned rig, let me know, dude, because I must be doing something wrong. One time we were out fishing, and I was using I think I was using either a lizard or a brush hog, one of those baby brush hogs. And I know I had a bite. But I couldn't get it to bite I couldn't set the hook on it. And we were in the kayak, so my dad was behind us. He came up from behind, and he was fishing with the little Ned rig, and he just probably second cast right where I was just fishing. Second cast, he was able to catch it on a Ned rig. So for some reason, he can catch them a lot better than I can using a Ned rig. But these are our little topwater poppers. Pink worms. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start doing that. Dude, look at that bait. This is a soft water topwater popper. So it's got the tail there. I'll have to clean that one up a little bit too. But as you work it through the water column, yeah, dude. So this kind of resembles like a traditional soft water or topwater popper that has little treble hooks. But what's great about this is, hopefully you can kind of see it right here, there's actually a narrow hook slot. So you take a 3 or a 4-aught or maybe even a 5-aught, you rig it with like you would a soft plastic stick bait, and then you can keep it flush here with there you go, with the little hook slot there. So let's say with like a topwater popper, you can't fish it all the way through cover, but with this you can, because that hook is going to be completely hidden. So dude, imagine throwing that right over top of some lily pads or right into some cover and just working it out. Like, there's not a lot of lures out there that resemble this other than the topwater popper, but those aren't fished through cover. You know, so if a bass sees something kind of finessey like this, they're gonna come and smack it. Give me a second, I'll be right back. But yeah, these are gonna be up on the website soon.
Oh, they look pretty real.
Yeah, this one, hopefully these
Is
will.
that something I can touch now?
Yeah, sure. And I made some like this
Oh, wow.
to mimic like a bass, but I don't like how the
Yeah.
colors blended, so I gotta
Oh.
keep practicing with that one. But
Wow. But yeah, we need to, I don't know if you'd want to try and move your whole workbench, or we just make a bench over there, clear one off.
yeah, either way. And then I have this little hot plate too, so
Yeah.
normally when that small cold front came in, I just threw my
Hi.
I just threw the stuff on the hot plate so it wasn't too cold when I poured it. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get cold when the cold front comes through.
Yeah, well, let's plan on doing it before it gets here.
Sounds good.
So, whenever you have.
Yes, sir.
Your poor aloe vera isn't making it.
I know. Yeah.
Need some water.
That was my landlord. That was my landlord coming to say hi, checking out the baits. What's up, Fortnite Epic? Hey, so these are going to be part of our giveaway tomorrow. This is a color that I was messing around with, but it is a green pumpkin on the top with some red flake in there, and then it's like a red bug on the bottom. So I really like the way that it looks for this little creature bait, this little mongrel tail. I have a couple craws that it's going to look good in with the red belly and the green pumpkin there. And then these lizards. I think these lizards came out freaking sick. And the tail especially, it almost looks like it's a bleeding lizard. Like just that kind of split between the green pumpkin side and the red side. So tomorrow when I drop the giveaway video, this is going to be one of the packs that I'm giving away. So make sure you're subscribed so you can enter tomorrow when I release the video. I know on Instagram I asked what color I should call it. Some people were saying cranberry craw. I like bleeding lizard for the lizards, but yeah, man, like I think I post more on Instagram than I do here on YouTube. So if y'all want to see kind of more of the stuff or the content that I post, head over to Instagram, Last Cast Lures SATX, and you can find a little bit more content there. And then these are some more of the mongrel tails. This is like a purple candy type of deal. I had some purple left over and some smoked shad left over. Kind of came out a little brown. I guess a little maroon and purple there. But I think that's going to be a good color too, especially kind of later in the evening. And what's good about these is that mongrel tail, that curly tail there at the bottom. As you're fishing it, it causes a lot of commotion in the water column. So if you have low light conditions or low visibility, the movement of the tail is going to help entice the bass to come over and bite. So that's a good color right there. I actually caught a 3-pounder with a lure very similar to this. It was a little bit more purple, but I just flicked it in, had a little bullet sinker on the nose of it, and immediately got smacked by a 3-pounder. All right, so I think I'm done packaging them up. Obviously, I need to put labels on all of them, but before I do any of that, I'm gonna put some eyes on these jerk shads for you guys so you can see what they're gonna look like when they're all finished. And then I'll probably have to call it a night from there because got some stuff to do here in a little bit. So let's get some eyes on these guys. Dude, look at that. I want to count before I call it a night. I'm going to count how many of these let's do that right now. So I got 2, 5, 8, 10, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We had 30. Oh my gosh. And then I got 2 more that I got to package up here. These jerk shads are going to be 2 to a pack. And then I got some other stuff off screen. And I got to pour even more. All right, let's get some eyes on here. So right now, Alan, the majority of the stuff that I do is for custom orders. So I don't necessarily keep just kind of packs of lures available. Partially because sometimes people want something specific. So sometimes people want watermelon with just black flake. Sometimes people want watermelon red. Sometimes people want watermelon purple. So I don't always keep just like straight colors on file. Yeah, the majority of what I do are custom orders. But you know, I'll play around, right? Like traditional colors, green pumpkin, smoked shad. I'll have some of that just kind of laying around. But then what's fun is like the remelt Mondays that I do. Is I get to take the leftover remelts from all those custom orders, right? Like here I got leftover chartreuse, and I got some leftover from the top of the smoked shad, you know, and I have some leftovers from other custom orders. And so I can just toss all that together and melt it down. And that helps me experiment with new color concepts. But dude, look at those. Tell me those don't look freaking bomb. So I'm just popping them on here right now so y'all can see what it looks like, but I'll use some glue here in a little bit, probably off screen. Glue them on, that way they stay on. And then tomorrow I'll glue on the eyes on the other side. And then they'll be ready. Yeah, but Dude, yeah, I know. Honestly, I didn't know if I was going to like the white as much as the other two. But I think with the eyes on them now, I think the white is probably my favorite. Like, Smoke Shad looks good with that eye on there. That actually looks really good. But I think this, like, that one looks good. Like, that, I think, is probably one of the best. And that green pumpkin, dude. Never can go wrong with green pumpkin. But I'll glue these eyes on either tonight or tomorrow, and then the other side. And we'll keep on pouring. Appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. Been on here almost an hour now. Thanks, JNX. Dude, again, if you find that picture, JNX, send it to me on Instagram or Facebook. And I'll post it and I'll tag you on there with that 6-pounder using the lucky dice. But all right, tomorrow giveaway. Make sure you're subscribed. Doing some more pouring. Drop a comment. Got green and pink with gold flake. Trying to make some more colors and have some fun. So appreciate you guys joining me live, and I'll see you all guys next time.